Tuesday night as the Bryce Jordan Center, Penn State delivered its most lopsided victory of the season, seizing control early and never letting go on the way to pounding Nebraska 95-71. And the basketball gods, who looked on as the Nittany Lions opened Big Ten play at 0-10 and settled firmly into last place in the conference, seemed to send a clear message to eighth-year head coach Pat Chambers. Namely, keep wearing those alternate pink and black uniforms. In case you've not been following along, PSU wore the pink unis twice before in 2018-19. The first was in a home upset of then No. 13 Virginia Tech November 27, after which many pegged the Lions a possible NCAA tournament team. The second came in the Feb. 4 road win over Northwestern, which finally broke the long losing streak to start conference play. Prior to Tuesday's action, Penn State was 4-0 all-time in the pink and black. Make that 5-0, as the Lions were back in pink and black, this time playing what may have been their best game of the season. Penn State improved to 10-16 and 3-12 in the B1G with the victory. The Cornhuskers slipped to 15-12 and 5-11. Rookie guard Rasir Bolton came off the bench to score 21 for PSU. Like his teammates, he loves wearing pink and black. "I feel like we look pretty good in them, don't you?" he said. "I like them. Maybe it's time to start wearing them more often." Here is our take on the more serious stuff coming out of Tuesday's win. "I spent most of the season prior to Tuesday wondering why Penn State star forward Lamar Stevens was bothering to attempt three-point shots. He'd been terrible at it for most of what had been an otherwise excellent campaign." Stevens entered Tuesday's game having made only 14 of 70 triple tries on the year, which factored out to 20%. Meanwhile, he had made 47% of his two-point tries. The math there seemed easy. But after Tuesday, I'm changing my tune. It is not simply because Stevens made 2 of 5 three-pointers, but also because of the impact the 2 early makes had on the Cornhusker defense, and, by extension, the PSU offense. Even though Stevens did not make another triple the rest of the game, Nebraska had to play him honestly. Suddenly, the Lions had spacing. The ball movement was crisp. They averaged nearly 1.5 points per possession and committed only 7 turnovers. "He's a very difficult matchup," Cornhusker coach Tim Miles said. "The strong player, takes contact, still gets into his shot, finishes his shot. Then he steps out and makes those first 2 three-pointers. Now you're jumpy. When he's making threes, the floor just opens up," PSU coach Patrick Chambers said. "I can see it's coming. Of course, I'm not about to suggest that 1-2 for 5 showing from the arc means the junior has turned around his poor long-range shooting. However, this team has virtually no chance of advancing to any postseason tournament. So why not let him keep firing, with the hope that he does gain a measure of consistency moving forward." Speaking of which, I have watched a lot of NBA basketball the past few years. And the more I watch the pros and Stevens, the more I think he has nearly everything it takes to be an effective player at that level. He's 6'8" and 230 pounds. He's athletic. He's quick. He's tough. He has bounce. He's smart. He has also shown significant improvement on defense. The only thing missing is a consistent three-point shot. I'm not suggesting he can be an NBA star if he develops that shot. But I do think he can enjoy a long career. Look around the league, and you'll see many guys like Stevens. Think Wilson Chandler, who actually started for Philadelphia this year before being traded to the Los Angeles Clippers. The guy has played 626 career games, which is all the more reason to let Steven keep popping. The proverbial ship has sailed on Stevens showing enough as a long-range shooter to make it worth his while to take an attempted early exit to the NBA this year. 14 of 70 is tough to overcome, even if he goes to the combine and shoots well there. But Chambers has never tried to force him to stop shooting threes. And if he starts making a higher clip down the stretch, that could be a springboard into his senior season. Remember when Bolton missed a layup late in the 74-70 loss at Ohio State Feb. 27. At the time, I said there was no reason to worry about the freshman. He figured to learn from such a moment. And man, has he ever. Bolton had his best all-around game as a Nittany Lion Tuesday. He was 8 of 12 from the floor, 3 of 4 from the arc and 2 of 2 from the stripe. He had 4 assists and only 1 turnover. He also played well on defense. Back to offense, though, and he is really settling in. When the Cornhuskers pushed out on him, he zipped past them and scored going to the bucket. They gave him space, he bombed in three-pointers. Sophomore guard Jamari Wheeler is also finding his groove. He's never going to be a consistent scorer, but he's starting to become much less of a liability on the offensive end because he's embracing his role. Keep the ball moving. Take it to the bucket when there is space. Get the scorers the ball when they are in position to, you guessed it, score. Tuesday, Wheeler was 4 of 7 from the field for 9 points, a Big Ten career high, 5 assists and only 1 turnover. On defense, he had 4 steals. But defense has never been his problem. Penn State senior Josh Reeves is known as a defensive specialist. He entered the game Tuesday leading the Big Ten in steals by a wide margin, 2.6 per game. With 236 career thefts, he has a chance to catch PSU all-time leader Ron Brown, 252. But Tuesday, Reeves hit an offensive milestone. With a 888 in the game, he reached the 1,000-point mark for his career. It should be noted that Reeves made exactly 3 of 39 three-point attempts as a true freshman in 2015-16. This year he has made 31 of 100. Not great by any means, but a vast improvement from back in the day. After fouling out without scoring in less than 12 minutes of action in Saturday's loss at Purdue, backup big man Mike Watkins was productive in spots Tuesday. He logged only 16 minutes. But during that time, he hit 4 of 7 shots for 10 points to go along with 6 rebounds. He did not block any shots but altered a couple. With Penn State having moved to a new style of defense that features three-quarter court pressure and quick switches in the half-court, Tuesday seemed to be a realistic best-case scenario for Watkins moving forward. According to Penn State, the 95 points the Lions scored Tuesday were their most ever in a Big Ten regular season game. PSU's overall record for points in a B1G game? It was 102 and actually came in a loss. Indiana scored 110 against the Lions in a triple overtime game in Bloomington February 1, 2017. Penn State is back in action against Illinois in Champaign Saturday. The game, which will be the first between the two teams this season, is slated to tip at noon Eastern and will be carried by BTN. The Illini are 10-16 overall and 6-9 in the Big Ten. They had won 4 straight before Monday's 64-58 road loss to number 22 Wisconsin. For exclusive recruiting coverage, Team Intel, the most popular members-only forums and unlimited access to the leading insiders, please subscribe to Lions 247 with Fight on State, The Know. One premium site for Nittany Lions scoop. Try your free 7-day trial now.